You let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Zach Myers from the band Shinedown, and you are watching Southeast Rec Metal. Did I nail it?
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you. Good night. I just sing it.
Circus, Helsinki, Finland, with Zach Myers from Shinedown. Welcome to Finland.
Hey, thanks for having me back. It's been 9 years.
Long time. You released about 6 months ago album called Attention, Attention, and it's a concept album. Was it something that you really planned on doing, a concept album?
No, I don't know if anyone who's ever done a concept album maybe went into it thinking it was going to be a concept album. I think that we wrote songs the way we always write songs, which is we never are like all four in a room. It's always kind of separated. But once we were halfway through and we wrote Get Up, it kind of created this arc of this character that was you knew that this album was a story in a way, and it really kind of the detrimental side of it kind of came down to sequencing it and what how you put the songs in what order. But it was never, we never were like, we're going to make a concept album. I don't know if anybody's ever, I don't even know if The Who or Pink Floyd did that. I mean, maybe Pink Floyd did it. Seems like something they had that in mind. But yeah, I don't think it was a preconceived idea.
So it just kind of happened.
Yeah, it kind of, we realized the songs were telling a story. And every album, I think, tells a story, but this album told a very specific story.
Now the album is out. What's the reactions of fans to the new album and the new material, especially for live situation?
Really good. We just actually, this has been a crazy week. We broke the record for most top 10s of all time on Billboard. That was really cool. And then we just got our 13th mainstream number one. So we're tied with Van Halen for the most number ones of all time. So it's kind of cool and weird, and we're so normal outside of this that like I'm still the kid that's like, you would even say my name at the same time as Van Halen, but like the fact that we're tied with Van Halen for number ones is utterly insane. So the response has been really good. We're still building it over here, so it's like in America we're doing arenas and stadiums, but here it's like it's kind of like starting over in a way because we haven't played here. Brent and I came here on Threat to Survival to do press, but we haven't played here since 2009. It was probably the second worst show of our career because his voice was gone. We were all in bad moods. We were all tired. We had been touring for I think 6 months straight at that point, so it was just like we were just ready to go home. So it's, to come here and have all these shows sell out, it's really good. And I think people like the record. And we've been playing a lot of new songs live, so they've been going over really well.
Is it hard to pick up set list?
I make the set list. It is impossible sometimes to make that. So we've had, I don't know if Get Up was our 25th or our 26th number one, but we've had, so it's like, you got to make a set list, but you want to play new songs and you want to make people happy and play the hits too, so it's like, but we can't play 25 songs a night, so it's like you really try to figure it out. But I mean, it is hard. I know the band Journey has a thing where they call it the Dirty Dozen, and we kind of have that, so you got to play those for the most part, and so we have we can't play a show without playing Sound of Madness. We can't play a show without playing Simple Man. We can't play a show without playing Cut the Cord. There's definitely songs that are you're not going to make it out alive if you don't play those songs. So, yeah, it gets harder every record because you want, we're a band that writes 50 to 60 songs for a record, and we pick the best ones. So we obviously love all the songs we put out, So it's when you do that, it makes it at times excruciating to try to make a set list because listen, there's people out there that want to hear, we haven't been really doing 45 in this set list over here, and that's an older song, but you got people that will always want to hear songs that they're not going to hear. My favorite band's U2, and I've seen U2 10 times, and there's always songs that I wish they play that they didn't. I don't think I've ever seen them play bad ever, you know, or, you know, like, I think I've seen them play All I Want Is You like once, and it was because a fan like played it with them. So, yeah, you know, you're never going to make everybody happy with the sales.
Last year you toured Europe with Iron Maiden, so was it, you know, like a big chance for you to come back and conquer Europe and make new fans for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they, you know, and you know, we don't sound like Iron Maiden. You know, we're not a metal band. You know, we're a hard rock band, but we're not like Maiden. You know, so it's like, but the fact that those guys invited us to come on that tour meant the world to us to have a look that big over here. And we only did like 6 shows, I think, in Europe. The rest of it was mostly UK. But it was a learning experience of how to be a touring band over here, and B, it, you know, when you have to win, you know, when we headline, the crowd's ours. You can mess it up, you can ruin it, but most of the time the crowd's in your hands, you know. And when you're opening for that band, you know, I feel like 80% of Iron Maiden fans like Iron Maiden, and that's it. Like, they don't even listen to other music, you know? Mm-hmm. So, like, to win over that crowd is probably, like, I feel like one of our most accomplishing things we've ever done, because to have those fans that come up and we're like, people over here, listen, European people are brutally honest when they, especially, I don't know, maybe it comes out more when they speak English, but, you know, to have people come up to you and go, I've seen 200 Maiden shows, I've seen 100 bands open for Maiden, you guys got the best response. Or like, literally people come up going, I hated you guys at first, now I bought every record, and you're like, wow, okay, thanks. You know, like, it's to have that crowd. I've said this, you know, we've played with Metallica, we've toured with Kiss, we've, you know, bands that, you know, have these die-hard fan bases. That is the most diehard fan base of any band I've ever seen. First 4 songs of that tour, every night, were rough. Because it's like, you go out on stage and you play a show and you see people like with their fists up and stuff, and literally when you open for Iron Maiden, you just see heads. And they don't give a fuck about you. And then you slowly win them over, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I commend that band. I commend their fans. I'll be honest, everybody's like, Art, we have the best fans in the world. We have the best fans. No, you don't. Iron Maiden has the best fans in the world. I've never seen anything like it. They take over a city.
Do you have your fans like Maiden fans in States?
Yeah, I think maybe less than over here. I think because we toured with them over here, like, Maiden fans like us, but I don't know how many of our fans are big Maiden fans, you know, because we're not, like I said, we're not that you know, we're a pop rock band that has heavy songs, you know. So for us, it's kind of the same thing as Maiden. Like, you know, there's kids coming out, you know, it's people are bringing, you know, a lot of the times we'll see a grandparent, a son, and a kid, you know, 3 generations coming to see shows. And to me, that's what music's about. Music's about passing that down to your family, and hopefully your kids like the stuff that you liked, and you know, and their kids like the stuff that you like too, and they're not listening to, you know, SoundCloud rap.
I got a 4-letter word, but I don't care. A whole lot of drive to get me there. Seen a whole lot of wrong, to say the least. Spent a whole lot of time staring down the beast. Keep moving subject, matter around. Keep your eye on the prize.
What about plans for after this European leg? What are you going to do next as a band?
I'm gonna fucking go home and sleep for 2 weeks. No, we're tired, man. This has been a really long year. We were 6 weeks in Europe. I'm gonna go home and do Christmas at home with my family, and then we're gonna play 3 shows in Orlando, Florida, that are gonna be very special. And then we're gonna take another 2 months off, and then we're gonna do a U.S. tour. Then we're going to do another U.S. tour, and then we may come back over here next year already. We're already kind of planning on it because these shows have been so good. It's kind of like you got to – you guys know how it is over here. It's like you have to keep coming back to build it. So I would like to eventually be in an arena in Helsinki, so that's kind of my goal. We want Europe to be an integral part of the Shinedown career, you know. So it's like we're going to keep coming back until we, and hopefully we start making money. If you know any tips, that'd be great to help.
Well, festivals. Sold out show tonight here in Helsinki. You surprised about it?
Yeah, I guess, because we haven't been here in 9 years, so it's like I'm surprised 4 people are showing up, more or less, that it's sold out. I mean, you know, it's always cool to hear, but you want to have a good show. Like I said, our last show in Helsinki was not great, so I've kind of got like this chip on my shoulder tonight. Like I'm going to have like a redemption show, you know.
But it's great to have you here. One last question. What's the band that you'd like to see play live if you haven't seen some band?
Is this like a living or dead question?
Both.
I would love to see the original Thin Lizzy. Like that's so my 2 favorite bands are U2 and Thin Lizzy. So like if I could see like Live and Dangerous era Thin Lizzy, I'd probably lose my shit. Like that's like, to me, like if I could see that live record live with Phil and Gary, and like I'd be done. That'd be great for me.
Well, that's a nice way to end this interview. Thank you for coming to our show. I appreciate it. Rock on, shine down.
Thank you. I don't know. I was going to say something cool after that, and I couldn't.